a great spot to make a play. He just find ways to make plays on the ball, and that's what he's been able to do this year. You know, with 4 picks, his 4th pick today, being able to score today, he's been able to just put that on display.
Did you have a good vantage point of that pick, and can you take us through kind of how that developed?
Honestly, it was just a simple, like one of the basic goal line routes that they ran, and the coverage that we were in, you know, allowed him to play with vision and go make a play. You know, he just trusted his instincts and went and made a play on the ball.
You guys ever in a zone or something like that? It looked like a slot guy.
So yeah, somewhat, yeah.
A lot of y'all been saying he's just really steady, doesn't let things get him down. But what's the difference you've noticed him from last year to this year? Is there a difference in the confidence level?
You talking about Rico?
Yeah.
Nah, Rico's always been a confident guy. You know, he just getting better. You know, with getting better at his game, getting better at going to play the ball, not just covering guys, going to play the ball, and that's been able to show on Saturdays.
There's a lot of season, but you think it's probably the best showing the defense has had so far. And then what are your thoughts on just the overall group's performance today?
The defense came out. We did a great job today, you know, but we're still striving for greatness. We didn't have a perfect game, so we're still trying to get for that. You know, 0 points. We're trying to get that goose egg up there.
It was a really strong start, first 1.5 quarters.
Most definitely.
What do you think, especially in that part of the game, went into the defense starting fast?
Just the preparation. You know, we had a bye week last week. You know, guys was hungry to go out there and play. We always talk about starting fast, playing physical, and I feel like we went out there and did that today.
What do you remember about Rico last season after that Michigan State game where he kind of fell off and stopped seeing snaps on a regular basis? Because a lot of guys might not come back from that. A lot of guys might walk out the door and start their career somewhere else.
I would just say his will to push, you know, not give up on himself and the team, and everybody around him, and, you know, just us surrounding him and, you know, keeping his head up. But he just kept working. He put his head down, went to work, knew what he had to get better at, and did it.
When did you see that, you know, was there a certain point, whether it was spring ball or somewhere else, you felt like this guy's going to be okay?
Honestly, no. I mean, before that Michigan State game, we knew Rico was going to be okay, you know. So we're DBs, you know. Sometimes plays just don't go your way.
How much as a DB, or as corner especially, when you guys play, they always talk about like having a short memory.
Yeah.
But is that something that's harder to do than what it might sound like?
Everything that we do is hard, you know. That's the challenge that we accept. That's just what you have to have as a DB, you know. The next play is going to come, you know. You're going to have to, for everybody that's on the football field, no matter if you have a great play or a bad play, you got to be ready to move on to the next bit to execute your job.
So you held a team that was moving the chains on third downs 44% of the time, just only 2 of 12 on third down. Just what led to that success for the defense and getting Rutgers offense off the field?
Execution. Everybody just doing their 111th, you know, getting the call from the sideline, seeing the formation, seeing the understanding the tendencies that Rutgers like to do, and just executing their job. You know, doing what you have to do to just going a little bit more straining with the effort and the attitude to be able to make a play.
Was that Rico's play? Was that a tendency play? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Coach Fickle said they ran that last week.
Yeah, from them, it was definitely a tendency, and I think Rico did a great job of recognizing that.
I know you guys can't tackle Tanner in practice, but one of the things he's been able to do really well is escape pressure, make something out of nothing. Just as a DB, have you seen that from him in practice, and how tough is that for a defense to deal with a guy like that?
It is very tough. It adds another challenge. You know, you don't just have to cover guys for 3-4 seconds. Maybe he has the ability to extend plays. So it just challenges you in a new way to be able to just plaster on guys, cover guys for longer, have good eyes, and be able to just execute. You know, it's a good thing to have when we're in practice, so that, you know, when we face those mobile quarterbacks in the game, we feel prepared.
Have you kept your scouting notes on Deacon Hill at all for next week?
Yes, definitely. We've been able to go against Deacon a lot of times in practice, so we'll definitely be prepared for him next week.
Have guys kind of brought that up, just kind of seeing him get the start there and knowing you're going to face him again?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, you know, just off this bye week, you know, being able to see him play, you know, kudos to that guy for me, happy to see him having success. But this week, you know, we're going in there to stop them. They come down here, they're not going to do nothing. Yeah.
Alexander, a couple of your teammates have talked about how even keeled Rico is. I think you're kind of like that too. Is that it's almost a requirement of that position, right?
Yeah.
To some degree, that you kind of gotta keep it too high, keep it too low.
Yeah.
Is that how he is normal, just off the field too? Or?
I would say Rico's an even kill guy, but Rico's honestly like a comedian. Rico is super funny, always. He's always, you know, he's never too high, too low, but you know, he knows how to have a good time. He always brings the juice, he brings the energy, and I feel like guys gravitate towards that.